Duet Night Abyss. Wait, hold up. Alright, yeah, that one. Duet Night Abyss official announcement trailer. This is probably gonna... Hero Games.
Weaves all things. Draws time with her left hand.
It's a decrepit DNA.
Twists life in her right.
Earthquake. Damn. Ew, bro, what that?
The helix of destiny she spun.
Yo, that's what's his name? Elias from Diablo 4, but the female version.
What visions hath thou seen?
Have thou seen? That was my paladin skin from Lost Ark as well.
She turned herself into
The music is crazy though.
benefaction she brought and hypnosis followed. Thrusting his sword high into the sky,
Okay.
forever defiant.
The art is pretty decent. The animation is not as smooth comparatively to other games, but it still looks clean.
Or continue your anguish.
Yo, okay, that transition was sick. Oh shit, he's a god. On the 5th night. What is this, like on the 7th night the world was created, some type of shit?
Come with me, and together we shall face the future.
So they fused. Yo! Yo, I did not realize she was gonna pull out the blickies, man. I mean, that's not a blick, that's a full-on AR. Okay. Okay. Getsuga Tensho? It says work in progress. Jesus Christ. You got different... I like that zoom. And that was smart of them to do. Holy angles. Why? Okay, what's up with anime and giving the smallest fucking characters the heaviest weaponry? What's going on with that? Is it like... Do they just have to do that? Because I just don't understand, bro. Whenever you have like a small character, like either like a chibi character or a literal fucking kid, they give them a rocket launcher every single time. Or like a giant hammer. For no reason, bro. Is there a comedic effect? I don't understand, man. I will never get it, bro. It was funny the first 2 times a game done it. Ew, is it tentacles? Ew, though. Ew, bro. Get that character out of my face, man. She turned giant as well. Oh, that's disgusting, bro. You're not cute. Get out of my face. So far, non-unique weapons are equipable for anyone. Okay. What is that? This game looks very zoomy. I don't know if that makes sense. Can she fly? Of course, what a stupid question. You just shoot, bro. You just shoot. Okay, it's either the mouse sensitivity is really high or like the camera spin is gonna be a bit awkward. I'm sure you can adjust it though. No, I'm not saying anything. She got a scythe. So it looks like each character's got like a melee weapon and the gun. That's a fucking laser though. That looks like a skill. Like an evasion skill or like a movement ability. That's a fucking jellyfish. It looks like everybody's got like a crazy power. That guy looks oh, that looks sick. See, that looked cool, man. That looked cool, bro. Okay. 5 months ago. Okay. What a digitally extreme comparison we're all about to make. Okay, wow, this looks nice. Imagine if they did a version of this with space ninjas. Okay, dude. Okay, bro. Okay, is that the only trailer or is there like a gameplay trailer? Because this was 5 months ago, right? Is there anything else? Duet Night Abyss build system and combat explained plus more. All characters ultimates. Gacha Smeg video is what made me want to play it. Oh, so his video is what made you want to play it. I see. I didn't even click auto. I'm such an idiot. Okay. Let's see what
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's see what Schmeck has to say about it.
Going to be talking about Duet Night Abyss, a brand new fantasy adventure RPG with a anime aesthetic. It also has a 3D combat system with a splice of fast-paced hack and slash meets third-person shooter. Overall, it's been a real breath of fresh air, and I can't wait to share my insights with you. With the time that
Hold on, is it me for AP? It is me. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to
I've spent with this game thus far.
My internet
But
be kind of
first,
doo-doo.
allow me to give a huge shout out to Duet Night Abyss and the development team for enabling me to bring this game to your awareness. Now, I would like
this
to
game
provide
looks
the context that this game is
sick.
still in its early stages of development, so there's still room for optimization, quality of life, improvements, changes, and
Listen,
so
I'm a
on
big
and so
sucker for
forth.
combat. If the combat
Also,
is good,
I
I'll
only
play the
got to
game.
play this game for chapter 1, and I'll be sharing all of my experience based off the experience I had playing chapter 1. With that
Cool.
said, let's get straight into it. So when you get into
See,
it,
the thing about those games is the same thing as like Diablo 4 and any other game that has like an early access or like a beta or like an alpha or a beta that is mainly playable in like chapter 1, for example, right? So people will play through chapter 1 and then they'll give their feedback based on chapter 1, and then the dev team will make adjustments and make the game better because of the feedback they got, right? But again, that's just for chapter 1. And basically what I'm afraid of with games like this and the way, you know, the like tests are structured is that it will be the same thing as a Diablo 4 situation where the first like 10 hours of the game is really good and enjoyable. The pacing is nice, the story was great, and overall like progression was good, and then it just falls off because after that nobody got to test nothing and they had no feedback. They just rolled with whatever they thought was good, right? I'm just always skeptical about those things. But listen, hey, I'll still play through the game, and if the game is good in chapter 1 but absolutely dog shit in chapter 2, I'll just drop it after chapter 2.
new video
It's really that
game.
simple.
Generally, one of the biggest learning curves is going to be the build system. And it's typically because build systems are quite complex and intricate to the point where you're like confused, a bit overwhelmed, intimidating, right? There's a lot to learn. You got to reacclimate yourself with terminology.
Yeah, basically you have to do a lot of reading if you want to understand it, and people don't like to read. So unless it is shown to them and it is explained really, really well in like a visual format, they just won't understand the system. They won't read it, or they will just ignore it, play through the game. They might even miss it at some points, and then they will get stuck or they will get frustrated, and it just spirals, right?
Technologies, what do stats mean? Where do I go? How do I build my character? It's a lot of questions. Well,
yeah.
hopefully I can provide as much insight as I can to alleviate all of that to a large degree. Let's go ahead and start off with attributes. We'll go over each section. Attributes, you're gonna have stats down here, and every single character is gonna belong to a particular element. For instance, Rebecca is Hydro, but we also have Pyro, Animo, Electro, Lumino, and Umbro. All of those characters will belong to one of these elements. She's gonna be a
Imagine being Umbro one, bro. That's like... Yo, imagine being an Umbro character, man. You're automatically on sale from the very beginning. That feels bad, man.
Hydro character right here. We've got Lynn, who is a Pyro character. We've got Psyche, who is a Animo character. We've got Berenica, who is an Umbro character. So yeah, they all belong to a particular element. As far as stats go,
Yeah, it feels bad, man. Who was it? Who was it? Rebecca? It was Rebecca, right?
all belong to a particular element. As far as stats go, if you're confused to what the stats do, character, we've got Psyche, who is an Animo character. We've got Berenica, who is an Umbro character. So
Berenica is an Umbro character, man. That feels bad, bro. Yo, what do we think? Only $25 for Berenica, man. That's actually not that bad. Oh, this is men's. Oh, we need an woman's on, bro? That might be 50. Hey, shit, still cheaper than the gacha rates.
So yeah, they all belong to a particular element. As far as stats go, if you're
You can skip the melee/range section if you don't care about the basics.
confused to what the stats do, rest assured, just click anywhere in this black space here. It'll pull up the stat menu explaining what each particular stat.
Okay, cool. So, for example, okay, so for Rebecca, Hydro Attack. When triggering bonus effects, inflicts a stack that heals Hydro DOT to the target for 6 seconds, up to 6 stacks. Cool. Weapon proficiency, equip the right type of weapon to increase attack. Okay, that's interesting. Skill damage affects some skill damage and the effect magnitude of buffs/debuffs. Skill range affects the range of some skill effects. Skill duration affects the duration of some skill effects. Oh, okay. This isn't hair attribute info. I'm so dumb. This isn't hair attribute info. This is the attribute info overall. So what these mean in the game, which is, for example, a skill range is the range of some skills. Obviously, this is basic bullshit. Skill efficiency affects the sanity cost of the skill. So skill efficiency affects the sanity cost of the skill. So I'm guessing sanity will be kind of like mana in the game where you have to use your sanity in order to cast the skill. So, okay, cool. And morale, the higher the HP, the higher the damage dealt. Morale is high. Okay, that's an interesting one. And then Berserker, the lower the HP, the higher the damage dealt. Interesting. Cool.
That does. Any of them that I feel is important to mention when you're building your character, we'll bring them up, rest assured. Now, moving on to skills. Skills are going to be quite straightforward. You have a passive and you have a Q and an E. Your Q is your ultimate, your E is your skill. This is pretty standard for a number of games. What I like about it is a nice little QOL. If you click on the ult, it'll actually show a animation of how the ult looks and performs.
That's actually pretty good.
You got a description down here, and if you go to attribute,
this is important in my opinion. Like, they should do that in every game, because it's all fun and games reading what something does, right? But sometimes people read about it and then they still get confused, right? Because they don't know what the skill looks like. So having a visual little aspect here to, you know, remind people, yes, this is the skill. You click this button to get this image or this animation to do this damage, and if you want further info, here's what it does specifically. That's actually so good.
It even has your percent multipliers. Same thing works with the skill. You can see how the skill looks. Then you have attribute details, and then of course your passive. Moving on to melee weapons and ranged weapons. Every single character in the game is going to be able to use not only a melee weapon, but also a ranged weapon. So it's applicable to everyone. Some characters actually have a third weapon, and that third weapon is going to be called a consonance weapon. What is a consonance weapon?
So you have to spend $200 to get characters that have a consonance weapon.
Mac, it's actually going to be a weapon from my experience.
Yeah, to be honest, Hansel and Gretel, this character, yes.
Experience with the characters I have now. It's a weapon that is exclusive to characters who enter a enhanced ultimate state that lasts for a duration of time, and now they use a weapon that is exclusive to that ultimate state. For instance, she uses what we call Hansel and Gretel. By the way, I love this name. Hansel and Gretel is these dual pistols that she can only use when she enters her ultimate state.
Blicky state. Oh, this is gonna be my character.
Of their ultimate state. These three all have a weapon where they enter their ultimate state, which is real nice. But then you have somebody like Rebecca. She doesn't have a consonance weapon. Why? Because her ult is a burst. It's not a state. It's just a burst. So hopefully that makes perfect sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So you basically, it's similar. Okay, well, Acheron just came out right now, right? And her ultimate is a bit different than anybody else's ultimate. And that's basically what happens in this game as well. Like, her ultimate lets her hit people 3 times separately, which is basically like a state. She enters a state, right? And it's not like anybody else's ultimate where it's a burst or a heal. Acheron's ultimate is a state. Like, she enters that form.
We go down to the Intron. Intron is going to be your typical gacha game dynamic when you unlock duplicates of a character. Now,
it's a whale system. Let's go. I will not be using the system to play the game. You know me. I like getting pretty much as much characters in the game, or every character in the game if my wallet lets me. But I don't like summoning for Eidolons or Introns or fucking constellations in a game, because if you do that, every single one of those that you get progressively makes the game easier for yourself. I feel like, yes, you could also make the argument that summoning for 5-star characters also makes the game easier for you. But I believe that, you know, 5-star characters at their base level, sometimes even without their best weapons, is still acceptable for a gacha game. Because that's the way it was designed, for you to beat it base level.
To be clear here, this game has not been specified as a gacha game. For now, it's in the air. No clue at all. So do not take me as me saying this is a gacha game. It's not been specified yet, guys. But this dynamic here is very similar to a gacha game's dupe system. You unlock these currencies or duplicates of a character, and it's going to unlock innate abilities that are going to increase the performance, comfort, and power spike of that.
And how you do that? Huh? How? Where you get those from?
That character. Right now I have these two unlocked, and I got them simply by playing the game and playing with this character. It was actually pretty cool, to the point where like I was grinding and doing combos and completing quests with this character, and I hit these thresholds to where it unlocked these innate abilities of the character, which was really cool.
So basically, dudes, listen. From what he's saying, if the Intron is basically combining constellations and the what's the system called? It's the one in Genshin where you get the banner, like you get the banner character for playing them. Is it like a exploration? No, it's not an exploration system. It's not a what is it called? Friendship. There we go. Thank you. I was missing that word. If this is like a friendship system that is mixed together with a constellation system from a gacha game, from Genshin, this would be so fucking cool. Because this actually incentivizes you to play with a character, and hopefully, hopefully this isn't level based. Hopefully this isn't like XP based, where you have to just feed your XP, or you have to just like, how should I put it? You can just use materials to level up the character to unlock these. Hopefully you have to play with the character, right? To level up your friendship like you do in Genshin. And then when you hit certain thresholds of your friendship, you unlock the introns to make the character even more powerful. And maybe in some cases, change her kit a little bit or make her better or switch some things up. That would be so fucking sick. It feels like a mastery system. So like as you master the character, you improve them. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Thank you. You said it way better than I did. I just don't know how to explain some shit sometimes. But yeah, that would be so sick, man. That would be so sick. Like, I feel like if they want to make their money, they should still make this a gacha game, but not have the constellations, right? Just make you get one of the characters and then keep the player attention like steady by introducing this system. I know they will lose a lot of money, and personally, if I was them, I would still have constellations or eidolons in the game from the financial standpoint, because it's just smart to do so. If you don't have that, then yes, it is a bit, you know, you're losing a lot of money, you're losing your whales, you're losing everybody, right? So I feel like they will still probably have gacha in the game, but for copium's sake, let's just hope that this is not the case, okay? Can I be copium for once?
Are they going to keep that in the game or not? Beats me, but just know that's what the Intron state is.
Cosmetics is how you get money while it's not impacting the gameplay.
How do you go about building your character? One of the first
nobody does that nowadays, man, because they just get more money from characters.
Should your character be using? This is where weapon proficiency comes into play. It says she specializes in using a polearm. Cool. The reason you want to use a polearm is because weapon proficiency is going to increase the attack further of the character if you give them the weapon of their choice. The weapon.
So basically, this character can use any weapon in the game, but if you give her the right weapon or her preferred weapon, she will perform better with that weapon, which makes sense. That's actually sick.
Are favored with. So you want to identify what weapon they like to use first and foremost. Now, once that's been established, what I like to do is I come over here to their skills and I examine what it is that they do. Her passive says that when she's using a melee weapon and her summon, she can inflict a buff of Poison of Love to the target up to 6 stacks. Poison of Love.
I've been watching this video and I've been probably recording this video for ages, and like my bad, man. I'm literally just blocking his face, man. What am I doing, bro? I do apologize. Sorry, Smack. Sorry, boy. My fault, OG.
Is actually a damage per second effect, so it's like a dot. So that tells me off rip that if I can inflict a dot with her melee attacks, Attack speed is going to be a
Hansel and Gretel?
stat that is going to be valuable.
No.
to this girl.
Hansel and
Her
Gretel is not a
ultimate
weapon.
says deals
It's
hydro
a
damage
weapon
to
state.
surrounding enemies, and the
But it's
damage
an
is
ultimate state,
increased
which is
based
different
off
from a
the
weapon.
amount of stacks of the Poison of Love. So again, attack speed is very important to get those stacks up and then pop the ult. From my analysis, not that you only have to play this character this way, but that's what screams at me when I'm doing this analysis. Finally, you have her jellyfish that says summon Aurelia Arita. A maximum of 3 can exist at the same time, and these jellyfish are going to be ticking on everyone's head in a radius. So you combine all this together, and essentially with her auto attacks and charged attacks, you're putting a bunch of dots on their head and they're taking damage. So I'll analyze their skills to get an identity of how I want to build them after I've decided the weapon that is their weapon proficiency. And from there, I'll look at the element Hydro Attack. When triggering bonus effects, inflicts a stack that deals Hydro dot to the target for 6 seconds, up to 6 stats. That's now 2 different dots that can occur just by me auto attacking. So the way I looked at this was attack speed. Just put a bunch of attack speed on her and start popping off. What's funny is that triggering a bonus effect is directly tied to what we call trigger probability, right? So trigger probability says the chance of triggering a bonus effect with each damage.
Okay. Yeah. So when piercing attacks, so when triggering bonus effects, the piercing damage dealt to the target's HP this time is doubled. So a piercing strike is double damage. Cool. Crit chance, when crit chance exceeds 100%, it increases the crit level, dealing higher crit damage. Cool. Wait, crit chance. So when crit chance exceeds 100%. Wait, what? So if you are overcapped at, if you got overcapped crit chance, it counts towards your crit damage as an it's like an overheal kind of thing, but with crit. No shot, bro. That would be fucking crazy. Because then you won't lose any crit rolls if you're above 100%. Well, you will still probably, because you would want a 1-to-2 ratio every time, but you know what I mean. Trigger probability. The chance of triggering a bonus effect with each damage dealt. So when it exceeds 100%, there is a chance to trigger more bonus effects.
Dealt. When it exceeds 100%, there's a chance to trigger more bonus effects. So you want to get your trigger probability up as high as possible when you're running particular builds such as this. The final factor is the weapon's type of attack. My weapon has a piercing attack. When triggering bonus effects, the piercing damage dealt to the target's HP this time is doubled. Yet again, another trigger probability perk. So between the 2 dots in this piercing attack, all of it is going to be reliant on how fast I'm attacking and triggering these bonus effects. Case in point, 20% attack speed on it as well. I'm sold. I want to make this character a auto attacking beast. That's pretty much what came to my head. So now we can get in to the build system, which is what we like to call demon wedges. This
demon wedges is crazy.
The armor that you put on your characters that's going to have a...
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, we'd be farming in the background whilst watching videos.
Effects and perks that are going to overall make your character stronger and perform well in combat. Now, this next part's pretty important. There's a build for your character, and then there's a build for your character's weapons. So I have a build for my character, Rebecca, and then I have builds for my melee weapon and my ranged weapon. This is why I said that she's easier to build than these 3 characters right here, because they all have consonants weapon too, weapons for the ultimates, which you also have to make a build for that. So
Jesus Christ,
pretty freaking easy to build. But let's go ahead and head over to demon wedges so I can show you the intricate.
This game is really build and character progression heavy, which I feel really good about, to be honest, guys. I feel really good about, because there'll always be something to slowly work towards you and your characters. Now, it all depends obviously on the materials, how easy the materials are to get, and whether the materials can overlap to another character, whether they're like universal, right? But I feel like the more you can build a character in a video game, the better, especially if it's a game without an energy system. Like, if there is a game without an energy system in place, and I'm not sure if this game will be or not, that kind of blocks your progression, that you could just play and grind out, this would be a good system, right? Like, this is good. Like, I'm already getting surprised. I was getting a bit skeptical because I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally, oh my god, I'm blocking him again. Oh my days, bro. Can you stop? There we go. All right, cool. I'll just put my head here. Basically, what I was saying is, I was already getting skeptical because, well, I'm assuming that this game's gonna have some sort of energy. And if you've got to build your character, or you level up your character, build your range weapon, build your melee weapon, build your fucking ultimate state weapon, and then you're gonna have to go through, and probably there will be some other ability, like you have to level up your talents or abilities. I'm like, holy crap, it's gonna take me 27 years to build one character. But if there is no energy, and you could just grind out the character and have fun and switch up the game styles and the gameplays with that character, it's just gonna be fun. This is when I transitioned from just watching to give it a large chance to sitting up and paying attention.
This is what we call our demon wedges. These little pieces right
Okay.
here. And then
Demon
this is going
wedges,
to be
let's
our
see.
catalog of demon wedges that we've accumulated by playing the game and doing various activities. Each
T-wave,
one of
wins
these
and
wedges
scrolls.
has a numerical value next to it, and it also has a symbol next to that numerical value. We also have what we call tolerance. Tolerance is essentially like burden or weight. Each one of these wedges has a weight numerical value to it. This one costs 12 to put on. This one costs 15 to put on. This one costs 6. This one costs 4. If you add up all of those, you'll come out to 37 tolerance points out of 50. We cannot equip stuff that is heavier than what our tolerance cap is. Case in point, this costs 14. This one down here costs 14. I only have 13 tolerance points remaining. So if I try to put this right here, it's not gonna happen. Now there is a way to circumvent that, and we will get to it. But let's continue on. One of my favorite things about Duet Night Abyss build system is we got some loadouts. Oh yes. So you see we have A, and we have B.
Oh,
and we have
thank
C.
God
Three
for that,
different
bro.
loadouts for our characters.
Thank
Why
God
is
for
loadout
that.
such a treasure these days? So that's one of my favorite qualities. Another quality is that our wedges, aka our armor, doesn't have RNG on its sub stats. You don't have to worry about rolling for hydro attack or rolling for once you get the stat on the armor, it's there. You level it up and you get your stats. There's no RNG. You level it up, it's straightforward. And the final perk,
fucking hell, man. This game, yeah, this game's gonna be good. Oh, no fucking RNG on rolling your builds. You just have to get lucky. So this is my thing. I don't know. This might be an unpopular opinion, right? But I would much rather that those wedges or whatever the fuck they're called, right? I would much rather that those be a bit harder to get, right? So make these little things at the bottom have like, you know, a bit of a lower drop rate. I don't know how low. Maybe the really good ones like the fucking, because I see you got normal, green, blue, purple. There'll probably be a gold one, right? Or a legendary one. So make the legendary and the rare ones like the chances to drop them really low. But have a guaranteed, like one guaranteed bonus on them that you could just level up and upgrade once you drop it. So it's there and you don't have to be scared of rolling it. You know what I mean? You just have to upgrade it. I don't know. It feels like it's just a much better system than getting a shit ton of relics or a shit ton of artifacts and rolling a shit ton of them and getting nothing because, well, you have to roll 4 or 5 substats, right? And you do. And also another thing is make those drop from like, you know, either mobs or bosses. So you actually have to play the game to get those rather than just do like a domain that takes literally seconds and it's boring, but you have to do it 20 million times. And it's just boring repetitiveness. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, yes, I can understand that this will probably also get boring if you're rolling for a legendary or whatever. Something like Monster Hunter, right? Where you need a specific thing to build like a pelt or whatever. And the drop rate for a specific item to build that pelt is like fucking 3% chance. So you have to do a 30-minute fight like 20 times to get that specific thing. Yeah, that's not going to be fun, okay? That also is not going to be fun. The fight itself is fun, but farming for that relic when you're really unlucky is not fun. So I don't want that to be the case in this game as well, but I'd much rather to have that dogshit system than the artifact/relic dogshit system, if you catch my drift.
You ready for this? These wedges, aka armor pieces,
it's like both are still shit,
not
but at least one is less shit than the
what
other.
This means is, if you pick up a good piece that is good for 3 different characters, you do not have to share that piece and take it off of one character to put it on the other character. It's pretty much infinite. You can put that same piece on 4 different characters and all 4 will be wearing that piece. Oh my
god, there is no shot. There is no shot. I thought you were gonna have to farm multiple ones as well. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How is that possible? So like, what if you have a character? I don't even know if this is a team-based I'm guessing this is a team-based game, right? I'm guessing you have like 3 or 4 characters on your team. So how does that work? So you just share it? Nanita fuck? You don't just like, you don't have to have multiple ones for a character?
Which is really, really nice. Saves you a boatload of grind as well. So yeah, those are my favorite perks. But let's get back to how we could circumvent.
Wait,
this
so how do
tolerance.
they?
Well,
How
first
do they
and
increase
foremost,
player
if you
retention
level up
then?
your characters and weapons, it's going to increase the tolerance cap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the weight cap.
they-
So that's one way of doing it.
How they do
Another
that?
way of doing it, I've already did it on this blaze piece right here. This blaze piece was actually, I believe, you know what? We can just take it off. You see, it says 6 as a numerical value.
But it's
If we
gold.
Take it off.
It's
Here's the blaze
highlighted.
piece. Let's call it pounds. It initially weighed 11 pounds,
11.
but I used the material on this particular slot right here that enabled me to reduce the weight cost down to 6. How did I do that magical effect? Allow me to show you. Essentially, you can click on any of these slots that you have available. I can click on this and we can press adjust slot track. And if we adjust the slot track, all we have to do is match the symbol of the wedge we're trying to put right there that is too heavy. So let's go ahead and go back real quick. This wedge is 14 pounds and then it's a R essentially, right? So we can come here to this empty slot, adjust slot track, and then we can
Click on
choose
this. Oh, you need that material.
This is the material that we
Yeah,
are going to
I
need
see
though
it.
in order to make this happen. Now here's the crucial part. This material is quite rare. You have to grind for it at times, and you can get it from the shop and various places like that. But you want to be careful with what you're doing at this particular point, because since it's finite and you have to grind it, if you mess up, well, then that material's completely
Gone.
perished and you have to get another one again. So you have to be careful with what you're doing.
Only
with
control
your
one at a
build and
time.
know what you're
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
with
but
your
do you have
build.
like a switch
Which
system?
honestly, I can appreciate. You got to know what you're doing. As far as I know,
Yeah.
I can come over here to the shop and I can come to materials, weekly support. And here's this material right here, track shift module. They also have one for weapons as well. You know, I said you build your characters and your weapons. Yeah, there's one for weapons and then there's one for your character. So we could buy this material right here, which we will. And now that we have that material, we can click on this, adjust slot, choose
Click,
R,
and then
confirm.
Okay, cool.
And guess what? Nope. Now we meet the tolerance threshold. Instead of costing 14, it only costs 7. And now we have that wedge equipped. So this is essentially
That's good.
how your wedge system works. Now, how do we build the character? Honestly, it's
However, it's only, like I said, it's good, but it's only good if the materials that you need to do this is not gonna be ultra rare, right? Like not gonna be crazy rare.
pretty straightforward. As it is in all games, crit is king. And if you can go for some damage bonuses, go for some damage bonuses on your DPS. So I have a hydro attack right here, and I took it straight to the ceiling.
Plus
And then I
50%,
have an
dog.
attack plus 75% over here. So this
Plus
is essentially attack
75%.
percent, and then that's hydro percent. You can never go
Jesus.
wrong with going for the character's element attack percent increase or just flat attack percent increase. For general purposes, you can't go wrong with stats such as that. Another stat that's really good is going to be your sanity. Increasing your sanity. So
that's like your
sanity
mana.
is essentially like your energy or your mana of your character. You need
Okay,
your
cool.
sanity to use skills and ultimates. So if you can increase the threshold of that, that's going to make things a lot easier. So that's another
Yeah,
stat I
rotation's
like to go
easier. You
for
can
as well.
spam
This
more
one increases
skills
my
more
max
often.
sanity by 60% and my skill efficiency plus 15%. Skill efficiency reduces the cost to use your skill, and your skill does cost sanity as well. So just think of skill efficiency as the reduction of utilizing that skill sanity. Now,
Okay,
how do
cool.
we build the character and the weapons?
It makes the skill
what should
cheaper.
I go for, Smack? If you don't want to 5-head it, and because you know this game is highly customizable, guys. There's sky's the limit with the amount of perks that it has.
I
down
like
there.
it,
There's
though.
a
I like
lot
it
of
so
ways
much.
to get creative. If you don't want to 5-head it, you got auto equip right down here. You don't got to think about it too hard. Just auto equip, let the game take care of that for you. If you're trying to 5-head it, generally in my experience in these games, you can never go wrong with going for things like hydro attack percent increase or flat attack percent increase. As
I
you
probably
can see,
won't be
I took
using
that one
auto
straight
equip.
to the
I just like making my own characters, and even if I fuck up or I make like a wacky build, I can stick with it. Like at the end of the day, you're playing a game, you're having fun. Who gives a fuck about optimizing your build?
moon. Hydro attack 49.
You only should start like really working towards optimizing your build is if you're really stuck. Like if you're really stuck at like a boss or a gate or like a battle or like a quest or whatever, and you can't do it, and you're just getting frustrated to a point where the game's not fun to you anymore. Yeah, you could research and see, okay, how could I make my character better? How could I increase this? Maybe I've missed something. Maybe I didn't upgrade something. Yeah, obviously, but like if you can do it, why be optimal about it? Fuck it. Just have your fun until it's not.
9.8%. And then we have attack over here plus 70.
Hold on, quick break. I'll go again. Anyway. Man, let me... Yeah, there we go.
5%. You can never go wrong with stuff like that because that's generally going to be applicable to all characters. The element and the attack percent increase. Those are generally the pieces that I will also reduce the weight on because I know I can just put them on every single character. But crit rate, crit damage, you know, it's just standard thing that
1 to 2 ratio probably
every game. And then the incredibly like creative perks, well, you're gonna have to learn a little bit more about the game. I will say to finish this section off though,
True, saying you're right.
Max sanity is very important in this game. Sanity is essentially like your mana or your energy. You need sanity to use your skill and your ultimate. So the higher the sanity is, the more your comfort and just the more significance you're gonna have in the midst of combat. Some characters prioritize sanity because that's gonna allow them to stay in their enhanced ultimate states much longer. So food for thought.
See? Okay, he's gonna say it right now, but now because he said it, I already got a clue as to what the ultimate state is. So you don't use your mana and enter the ultimate state for a specific amount of time. You enter the ultimate state and then your mana gets drained per second until it completely runs out. I like that.
But let's go ahead and move on. One of the next things I wanted to talk to you guys about briefly is going to be the forging system. So this little icon up here, you can click on that, or you can just come and talk to this little person here. Now there's various things you can craft in this forging system, but the most important and cool things to craft are going to be the rare weapons. So check this out.
What? What the fuck? No shot. Okay, these look expensive and it takes 3 hours to craft it. But I would much rather, you know what I would much rather do? Is wait for 3 hours, probably grind a shit ton and wait for 3 hours for a weapon to get crafted and spend $200 on it, or £200 on it like I done today on Honkai.
Oh, that's a scythe. First of all, that looks like Devil May Cry Dante's weapon. That is super sick. It looked like Sparta's. Oh my god, it looked like Sparta's.
I need to play
sword.
Devil May Cry.
That's super sick.
I never played a single Devil May Cry game.
We've also got the spear over here. I'm sorry, that one's really tripping me out. That's super cool. You can look at them and see what they do first.
Is that a bow?
Right? You can hover on each one. The side super. I gotta craft these. Holy moly. Sorry guys, weave it out real quick. The other thing that's cool though, these weapons are blueprints that you can farm off of the bosses you can grind weekly. So you can get blueprints of rare weapons from bosses and then you can go farm them straight into this shop. This was the highlight of the forging system for me. Really cool perk. Okay.
It's like the Genshin ones, but they give you good shit instead of the paid free-to-play shit.
I just wanted to go over this briefly. This is
with
probably my favorite mode when it comes to like admiring character design.
What do they give you? I can't even remember.
Right? When we click on this, you have 3 different settings that'll show off the design and look of your characters. It'll even show off a bit of voice acting. I love the theatrics of how they are doing it. Keep in mind though, guys, again, this is early stages of development, so it'll look even better upon the game.
Garbage is what they give you,
true. Flip over here, she's sitting on the couch. You can also change who you want to be sitting on that couch or in those particular places around
it's like a housing system
this area. So we have her standing over here by the window wall. Oh my goodness.
God damn.
Good. You can change whoever you want to be in these particular places.
Me too,
so
bro.
The armchair, I have her sitting right there, right? We can go ahead and change and put my girl here, and it's also gonna, show off a little bit of voice acting. I'll go ahead and let that play.
Not bad. I should have enough for this month. I thought that Randy would take it all himself.
I did not know she's
home and get by with the rest.
I didn't even know she did that. That's awesome.
I like that though. I like that. Okay, the voice acting, I feel like it could be more ambient. We Hoyoverse weeps here. We have a high. I would say we have a high expectations for these, man, because the voice actors that voice act for Hoyoverse, whether it's English or JP, they got really good. They got way better and professional. So I don't know. Maybe if this game is in JP, I might play it in JP. So far, it's good, and I also like that they don't hold back. She literally just swore here, so I like that. It's a technical test, not even a beta yet. As a reminder, yeah, exactly. I'm just saying from what I can see so far, but this is looking good, man.
Awesome.
Back when I hate work.
A fresh reaction.
Hey, same dude, same.
Name? 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yes, sir.
10 out of 10. We need more of that. So we can come over here to this part.
If this is if this game, this game is obviously anime game. It's weeby, but it seems really complex. So I don't think this, unlike Genshin, this is not made for 12-year-old girls with a shit ton of self-diagnosed mental problems, right? Like this will actually be a game that is a bit more advanced. So hopefully they can just do the same thing that kind of Honkai is doing right now, where the characters are bleak, more realistic, and just, you know, just feel real, I guess, as opposed to like fake characters.
And we can switch somebody
Like made
in,
up characters.
change them out.
Are you staying here to spend some lovely time with me?
Oh no, that's Lisa.
I'm already looking forward to it.
Yeah, and then we can change back.
So that's
to
basically
Veronica.
She
Lisa.
has never been a bird that could be caged. I know that someday she will spread her wings and take flight far away from this small island.
Yeah,
Damn,
so,
she's poetic.
this is a good
I'm
spot.
not sure whether that is a blessing or
I'm
a
sorry,
curse for us.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Okay.
Did
This is a good
the
spot to go if you want to show off your character design and appreciate how
the
they
audio
look.
go from
I
like
just
left
wanted
to right
touch
to you
over it
guys?
briefly. Okay, now it's time to move on to the most important part of every
Let's go.
game
Combat,
out
combat,
there.
combat,
Yes.
combat.
Oh,
Boom, 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 boom,
yes.
combat, combat,
The
combat, combat.
combat. We're gonna go
Hell
over
yeah.
all the aspects
Hold on a second. Before we do that.
of the combat, and then what better way to showcase the combat off than to
Then with
fight
a boss?
a big bad boss. So we're gonna do that
Let's go.
after we go
I'm
over
hyped.
every single aspect. Let's start off with the auto attacks. We have auto attacks.
Everyone else can
right? You
stay at
spam
home
that as
for
much
4 days
as
now.
you
I
want
gotta work
and
Saturday.
build up a
Damn.
combo meter. And by the way, that's gonna
Hey,
lead
yeah,
me to
sorry,
my
sorry,
next
mate.
one. The charge
Reputation
attack.
and the
You just hold
vast
down the left
majority
click, you
of
do a
them are
charge
utter
attack.
fake.
The charge
that's me,
attack
that's
is
me.
one of the most
Stop. Go back.
after we go over every single aspect. Let's start off with the auto attacks. We have auto attacks, right? You can spam that as much as you want and build up a combo meter. And by the way, that's going to lead me into my next one, the charged attack. You just hold down the left click.
Ooh.
You can do a charged attack. The charged attack is one of the most beautifully integrated and innovative like ways of using a charged attack I've ever seen in some game. I've never seen this before. Maybe some of you guys have. If you build up a combo meter, you build up this combo meter. I'll be sure to point it out during the boss fight. You're going to be able to do increased charge attack damage based off of how much combo meter you've built up, which is actually insane because it incentivizes you to use your charge attack.
But where's the
with certain
combo meter?
characters, as opposed to a character specializing in charge attack being the only incentive. So it's such a beautiful thing to say, oh, okay, now I can let loose with my charge attack now that I have an A built up on my combo meter. Let's go ahead and move on to the dodge.
Okay.
So we have a dodge. Right down here, you can see my
At the
dodge
bottom,
charges.
yeah, I see it.
There's only two.
Only
which is
because
a
when
good
hitting enemy.
thing to
Okay,
have
cool.
finite dodges so that the game's balance in terms of difficulty remains stable. If you have infinite dodges, then you just dodge whenever you want, and there's no real skill in the game. So I can appreciate that. However, it is
that's
worth
good.
mentioning that there is a wedge that can increase your dodge chances, which is really nice. Next thing we have is a slide. Now, this slide is one of the most important combat integrations in the game. This slide leads into an opener. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. So the slide can also lead into what we call a helix jump. So we slide and then we hit the jump button, and that's what we call a helix jump. This can be used to like cover distance. It can also be used to go into a plunge attack. But the most important thing is sliding and looking up at the beautiful sky. Oh, yes. No, I'm just kidding. When you slide and
We all know what he done there, right?
look up, something magical happens. The helix jump all of a sudden gives you the ultimate hops. So we slide, look up, tap the jump button, and look at that coverage. Boom, then we can go into a plunge attack. Honestly, that is
Yo, they really thought about the combat system here. What the fuck?
used in so many instances of the game. It's not even funny. Like to get to higher parts of terrain that are otherwise too difficult, we can slide, jump up. Boom, we can dash, plunge. You can cover ground with it.
The movement
mechanism is actually insane. And you can do it not only in combat, but again, to traverse the map. So sliding, looking up, jump, it's very, very nice in terms of getting around and doing damage.
Dash and double
so on
jump
and
is so
forth.
sick.
Another thing that we have is interchangeable between melee attacks into ranged weapons, right? We can go right into the ranged weapon, which is really nice as well. You can also shoot
it goes
the ranged weapon
instant
while we're in midair. So straight into a plunge attack. So this is fast-paced combat.
This fast-paced combat is gonna be fucking crazy.
Like I said,
It's gonna be
mixed
so
with a
great.
slice of a shooter, third-person shooter mode as well. Overall, it's a very engaging experience. Now, I don't want to forget the last thing.
It looks
Of
like it
course,
is.
We have our double jump, right? Can't forget about the double jump. Surely we got a double jump after showing you off all that fancy movement, huh? Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and fight this boss and put all of this together so that you can have a good idea as to how the combat works in action. I do want to mention this game has a really cool feature where you can summon other units to the battlefield to assist you. She is actually the most beastly support in the game. She not only heals your party, she puts shields on your party,
true.
and she provides an attack speed.
So you do have like
This
a
girl
team
is a
kind of
beast, and I
aspect.
can assure you when the game drops, that's going to be one of the most important characters to summon out to help you. Furthermore, you can summon an additional unit as well. So now we're in 3v1 more so. Okay, to be honest, I just thought about it. I want to leave my supports out just because I want y'all to see everything I'm doing. And with the supports on the field, it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. And I am trying to enlighten y'all on what this combat experience is like. So let's leave them out. Let's go ahead and clap this cheeks real quick.
Fighting a butterfly.
All right, she usually starts off trying to
Isn't that a character?
jump at me. We're going to dodge. Oh, easy dodge. Okay,
Okay.
good. Summon our jellyfish.
Ah, I see. Combo.
Jump in the air. Don't get hit by that.
So once you
She
build
tried to
it.
hit me with that one. Oh, that ricochets
Oh.
back. Let's go to the right. It's okay. Look at our combo. Ooh,
Yeah,
dodge
I
those.
see it.
Our combo's at
And
a
it
B.
lasts
That's at an A. We're gonna
forever.
chunk dodge. Look at that. That was good damage. 2,000. Now we bring out our ranged attack. We got to break her wings. Name of the game
Yo!
is Break the Wings. We got a tornado coming after us. Let's try to dodge away from it real quick. Go back to breaking those wings. All right, we're looking good.
Yeah, and you have to
We
pay
gotta break them
attention.
before the time expires. Ooh, this is gonna be close. Come on. There he goes. One more.
Cool. One more shot.
There it is. Okay, now we get
Nice.
some free damage in. Summon the jellyfish.
If you don't break them, she probably goes back down
We
and
got
then she
full stacks
carries
to
on
pop
as
ult.
per normal.
Rot in the sweet aroma.
Good. Pop O. We're waiting for that meter up there to
Going for
almost
those
expire.
DLT.
And then F for the finisher. Boom. Let's back up.
What the fuck?
Summon another jellyfish.
What was that?
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, nope. We dodge all of that.
Good dodge.
Oh!
You had no
Come with
dodge
that
there.
last one. I wasn't ready for that last one.
You had no
Jump in
dodge.
the air. Don't get hit by that. Oh, come on.
Got hit.
No. Jump in the air. There we go. We dodged that. Good. Nope.
This looks so good. It looks really engaging
All right.
as well.
Oh, look. We have an A on the combo. Oh, I missed. I missed. She went back in the air in her freaking butterfly stance.
It
again.
doesn't matter. Like, I get it, bro. You
Wow.
can't have a perfect run, but that is sick, man. There's so much things to consider when you're fighting. You just fly up, bap, bap, dash forwards, bap, bap. This is
Okay.
chasing you. So you gotta
doing all right?
dip. You gotta dip, bro.
No. Oh no. This is not good. I think we're not gonna get this. Oh, we're not gonna get this one. Yeah, we're not gonna get this one.
Yeah, where's the timer though?
That's okay. That's all right. Oh,
Okay. Oh, okay. She does this.
Oh. Ouch. Jump in the
Okay.
air. Wow, she still got tornadoes going around? What the heck?
I think the tornadoes will go on unless you break her.
There we go. We got her. Okay, we just got to finish her off.
Finish her.
So this game does have finishers
Shit,
on
yeah.
boss fights, which is really nice.
I will punish those
Okay, there we
who
go.
aren't faithful to love. In the
And did we
God
get a
of Love's
blueprint?
name.
Did we get a blueprint? No, we got a 4-star blueprint.
Damn, you got dog shit.
Oh.
It's probably gonna be
That's
the name
okay.
of the game.
All right, well, that is the combat experience.
Man,
I
that
actually
looks so
didn't
sick.
use-
Rewind the little to when he was getting hit and check the HP shield at the bottom. Hold on. Where was he getting hit? I think it was.
There we go. We
No,
got
that's done.
it. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Oh, nope. We dodge all of that. Oh! Caught me with that last
Oh,
one.
he still
I wasn't
didn't
ready
get
for that
hit.
Last one. Jump in the air, don't get hit by that. Oh, come on. No.
The
Jump in the air. There we
shield
go.
got nearly fully eviscerated by
We
one
dodged
attack.
That. Good. Nope.
I see it now.
All right. Oh, look, we have an A on the combo. I missed. I missed.
So you get
He
hit
went
like a
back in the
couple of
air
times
with-
and you're dead. Like, I don't know how strong the shield was, right? But obviously they're both level 30, so this is on level, right? He's not over leveled, he's not over geared. I'm assuming he's not over geared for this fight, right? But it looked like he got hit once and nearly most of the shield got. So if he gets caught in a combo or in like a 2-3 piece, he's pretty much on life support. So you have to be careful and you have to dodge.
Freaking butterfly stance.
Now I
again.
wonder when he was getting hit by this.
Oh no. Okay. We're doing all right. Oh no.
That did nothing.
Oh no.
Yeah, that tornado did fuck
This
all.
is not good. I think we're not gonna get this. Oh.
It
We're
was
not gonna
getting
get this
burnt.
one.
Yeah, he got a bit burnt.
Yeah, we're not gonna get this one.
Yeah, they didn't do shit.
That's okay. That's all right.
That's fine. Okay, cool. The
boss
damage seems
fights.
good.
But we were jumping over them with our double jump and making advantage of that. But hopefully you enjoyed that combat experience. That's going to wrap up today's content for Duet Night Abyss.
The thing about this combat system is there is so much things you can do. You probably forget to do some things at certain points. But that's the fun bit of figuring it out. Like the whole thing about making or giving you a lot in when it comes to combat or even movement is you don't have to use everything. You just have to use what works or what you're used to, and it should still work. I like that a lot. They need to do more of that in video games, okay? Like, make it more interactive. Like, I know, for example, Genshin's got a bit of a different style because it is more team-based than individually based. This is a more individual game that helps you summon supports in the form of, like, kind of what Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm does when you're playing, where you summon a support for their skill or for what they can do to support you, rather than to actually dish out damage. I mean, some of them do dish out damage, but you know what I mean, right? And in Genshin, it's different because it's all about team rotations as opposed to individual rotations. Even when you have a hyper carry on the team, it is still a team rotation, not an individual rotation, okay? This game is a bit more individually focused. I like that. I like that a lot. The building system looks good. It looks complex, and it might not necessarily be complex, but it looks like you have to do a lot in order to build a character, which I like. I would much rather have less RNG in building a character, but a broader way of building a character, okay? And more things to do to build a character rather than to just farm one domain for the gear, farm one domain or one thing for the level up materials, and then that's done, right? Oh, and summon for the weapons. This seems really, really good and promising. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm actually kind of hyped for this.
I do hope you learned a great deal of information pertaining to this game.
This game looks sick.
Overall, I had a wonderful time playing it. Its combat is fun and immersive.
Yep.
The build system has a good degree of complexity and intricate depth to it, to the point where you can cook up some 5-head builds that you're proud of.
Nice.
The character designs look great. The dynamic and the horizontal progression feels pretty good. I'm actually excited to see what they're going to do with this game and how they're going to cook it up upon its release.
That looks promising.
Again, thank you to the Duet Night Abyss development team for sponsoring this video and enabling me to bring it to you guys' awareness. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and happiness, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Damn. Nah, this looks promising. This looks very promising. Do we know when this game is coming out? Pre-register? Okay, let's pre-register. Follow the official X. I'm not going to click on that link because Twitter... Anybody that knows what's Twitter cooking right now knows to not click on Twitter, especially not on stream. Okay, Duet Night Abyss. So I can just pre-reg. Okay, so this is the... So I'm guessing this is going to be the... Damn! I wish he showed the fight again with summons to see how different it was. That's true. It would have probably made it much easier. The characters look good. I don't know how memorable the characters look. They look kind of bleak, I guess. They look kind of bland comparatively to Hoyo character designs. But don't get me wrong. If the combat system is good, I'm happy. Bruh, bruh, bruh. Man, look at this game, bro. Just the AoE. That's definitely a 5-star character. You have to spend like $300 for him. Oh my god. Is she riding a pig? Yo, that was the pig from Nanatsu no Taizai. Yo, she cooked up the... She unironically cooked up the pig that she was riding. It was bad, man. Probably crashed into something. Dude. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely pre-register.